Welcome to Sacred Strategy, the business and energy podcast where bold strategies meet the magic of energy and intuition. I'm Sora Schilling, sacred spaceholder, business alchemist, and creator of the Devoted Archetypes, Sovereign Selling, and the Devoted Energy Coaching Model. For over a decade, I've guided thousands of coaches and spaceholders to build thriving, soul-aligned businesses that create impact and life-changing money. Let's cut through the noise of traditional strategies and uncover your unique medicine. Use the devoted archetypes to become a transformational spaceholder and learn to sovereignly sell with integrity. This podcast is your invitation to step into your magic and create a blissfully abundant business and life filled with curiosity, awe, and wonder. Let's dive in. Hello. It's so good to be back on the podcast. I just recently came back from a number of days in Salt Lake City, helping my brother and his partner and my little dragon move from the East Coast. And it was so delightful to be with them and have some quality family time. Now, as I am recording this podcast, I have my puppy who's next to me, who is playing with her toys. And I believe you won't be able to hear it, but you may. So I'm going to have my fingers crossed that this audio is really, really clear. All right, so let's begin. Every summer, I learn something profound about time, energy, and about money. So last summer, I cut my work week down to 3 days. The year before that, I took the entire month of August off. This month, I am cutting down my workday again to 3 days a week for August. And I've had plenty of time since the beginning of the summer where I've taken off to go see family. And I've been doing less, but being very intentional about the work that I have done. And you know what has happened every single year? My business didn't fall apart. In actuality, it continued to bloom year after year, and I've learned so much from it, including the need for rest and slowing down during certain seasons. And for me, summer is one of them. So why? Because I stopped doing all the busy work and I started focusing on what actually moves the needle in my business. So if you're sitting here realizing we're in July and wondering what to prioritize to make Q3 and Q4 more abundant, more magnetic, and definitely more easeful, then this episode is for you. And for goodness sakes, please take a little time off in August. You still have time to prepare your business and yourself to slow down without losing momentum. So here's what I would prioritize this summer if I desire to make a lot more money and have more joy in the second half of the year. So there are 6 things that I would do. The first one is hire a badass team so that you can buy back your time. This is the summer to stop doing it all alone. It's time to slow down and recognize what it is that you actually need when it comes to support. Hiring isn't a luxury, it's a reclamation. It is a right that you have in order for you to continue to grow. You often reach the threshold of ready to hire right when it actually feels almost utterly impossible to do so. I have seen this with myself and my clients over and over again. You get to a brink of being stretched so thin and you're so overworked that you are time poor, you are energy depleted, and you don't actually have the capacity to create more wealth. And so you think, well, I'm in a catch-22. I need to hire help, but I don't feel like I have enough to then hire help. But this is where the crunchiness is actually a sign. And I celebrate it for you because it means that there's growth that is happening. So by investing in a team, you're actually creating space to serve, to sell, and to lead. So I'm going to invite you to ask yourself, what would I really do with 5 more hours a week? What would 10 more hours give me in my life and business? These are 2 great questions to have to understand why you would want to even hire a person, not just only because you're overworked. So, for example, for me, it means I work and I get to work so wonderfully. And because I'm excited to work on my one funnel, my one offer, and the way that I will be gathering clients into that offer. It also means I can make proper meals for myself and my partner. It means that I can garden. Okay, so I don't really know how to garden, but I know how to weed now. So I go around and I take all the weeds out. So, hey, I'm starting fresh, starting from the beginning, having a beginner's mind. But yeah, I'm out there doing that and I love it. I'm also taking time to train Delphi, my puppy, go out on outings, and of course, go out and go see my nephew because my nephew now lives even further away than before. And so having that time to be able to go see family is super important in my season right now. So I invite you to really be clear. Where would that time go? If you were able to get time back, how would it serve the growth of your business? And then ask, what parts of your business are you still holding on to that someone else could do? Whether it's admin, tech, or visual design, you know too much, and that could become your trap. You are a spiritual entrepreneur. You've had your hands in many pots. You know how to do many things, but it's actually time to have your hands taken off of all those pots. It's time for you to actually do less of all the things because it's become a trap and be really clear as you step into a badass CEO. What is the transformation that you're wanting to provide? And how are you using your time to do so? So, right now, I've hired a team to build out the back end of my funnel for the Lush Business Mastermind inside of Ivory, which is an all in one platform. And the goal to create an epic client journey that is clear, it's cohesive, and it's deeply nourishing from the very first point of contact all the way through re-signing and then offboarding. It means a lot to me to make sure that my community is being held. And before, I didn't have enough time to do all the things that I wanted to because I had my hands in all the pots. So remember that if you want to create this epic business, that part of that is your client experience. And how are we not serving them well by having many things that we're focusing on? Also consider, what do you love to do, but probably you shouldn't do anymore? Now, for example, I adore designing assets. So every sales page you come across, every freebie, every opt-in page, every registration page are things that I've created. And I love being creative director. I love being that creative graphic designer, even though that is not my skill set. It is something I've come to really enjoy doing. But what I've come to realize in my season of my business is that my time is actually better spent mentoring my luminaries, my Lush business masterminders. My time is better spent working on the podcast and on my Substack articles and creating those freebies that will help support my community. So I wonder for you, what is it that you are doing that you probably shouldn't anymore? Not because you don't love it, but because as a badass transformational CEO, it's time to step into that role. Okay, so the second thing I would do is create a 3-day work week or take a 2-week sabbatical. And yes, my friend, you can absolutely do it. You don't know what's essential until you pause. And this season right now, for those in the Northern Hemisphere as your summer, for those of you in the Southern Hemisphere as your winter, is a really wonderful time to pause. Pausing in business, I believe, is essential. So you can either compress your week. And the reason why that's great is it's not only, oh, wow, you work only 3 days. How is that possible? What would you do? Would you just frolic, right? Or would you simply binge watch TV episodes of things that you haven't been able to? Actually, what it really does is that it helps you understand what's important, what's performative, what's busy work, so that you are being very mindful. If you knew you only had 4 hours, 3 days a week to get stuff done, the amount of work you would get done in a short period of time would probably blow your mind. My luminaries are always shocked by how much of their energy goes into busy work now that they're not doing all the busy work. Once they learn to identify their top 3 weekly priorities and release the rest, everything shifted. They began to get really uncomfortable. They said, Sora, I actually have all this time and I want to fill it with busy work. I don't even know what to do next. I don't know how to enjoy the free time. I don't know how to dream into what I should be doing next because I have been so caught in busy work. And so, therefore, this is a way for you to begin to notice how attached you are to that. And the next is taking a sabbatical, even 2 weeks or even a week, right? Can be a nervous system reset. It's not indulgence, it's strategy for your business. And it's about taking care of your health and your well being. And when you do so, meaning when you take that week or 2 week off, you are fully off. You're not looking at your emails, you're not looking at your socials, you're taking the full time for yourself. And what will happen is in the beginning, it will be so hard. It will feel as if you have ants crawling on your skin. You are every other second going to be going for your phone, and you'll become aware that that's what's happening. You'll also then start to relax. You'll start to have some more space and time in your schedule. You'll begin to actually enjoy yourself. And when you return, you'll return clear, more inspired, and much more magnetic. And that clarity comes from slowing down. Okay. So the next thing, the third thing that I would do if I was prioritizing my summer to make more money in the second half of the year would be three, go all in on one signature offer for September. So let's end the season of scattered launches. I get it. You are in a season of business where you are probably consistently each year making that low six figure. And you have done so by having many different offerings and constantly putting it out there. But also, you're tired. You're tired of doing it that way. And so, therefore, what if right now you planned out strategically, intentionally, with heart, how you are going to share one offer that sets your soul on fire and goes really deep with your clients? This is when you can then deepen your message. You can really honor your medicine. You can really live your legacy and have your body of work shared through your wisdom and leadership. And you are going to serve your clients in an epically deeper way, making also that transformation so much more profound. And you're going to feel so visible because you are proud and excited about what it is that you're offering. September is a powerful re-entry portal. So if you know that your audience is waking up right now and they are starting to get the sense of enjoying their summer or going within in their winter, very much by August, they're ready to come out and they're looking for the thing. Right. And so right now is the perfect time to put your strategy in place, understand your timeline and your calendar, and start building up momentum. Your audience needs to learn about you and your medicine, your wisdom, your thought leadership right now so that they are already building trust with you. So instead of expecting those instant sales when you all of a sudden within 24 hours open up a new program and you wonder why no one is saying yes, warm your people. Right? Create a sense of conversation and a connection so people know what you are doing and what's going on, and then share your wisdom. And when you are ready in September, you will make the ask from a place of devotion. And they are going to be so excited because they have warmed up to that place where they're ready to say yes to your offer. Okay, so the fourth thing I would do is I would set up my sovereign selling system now. So I wouldn't wait until the fall to rush to create the infrastructure that will help me sell a program or an offer. So what I would invite you consider doing is to start creating some sort of metrics where you are going to write people's names for follow-ups, lead tracking, nurturing flows, and re-signing systems so that clients that you are already speaking with will naturally come back and there will be a hum in your business even in the summer. Now, I know that there are certain clients of mine that get very worried about the summer. And they share with me, Sora, everything slows down. Everyone's taking vacation, everyone's taking breaks. And so my income drops significantly. So here's the best part about this summer. This summer, if you begin to create your sovereign selling system, then it will be on this automatic rotation of you knowing how to continue to gather people in to your field and to say yes and pay for your services. And then all we need to do is take a look at the trajectory of your business in the near future and set up your system so that you have a lot of money coming in before that summer time. And during the summer, you can offer a new offer or an offer that you had that would be really easeful for people in the summer. It's all about having some strategy and allowing your business to have a system so that it flows without you scrambling. Your future self is going to thank you for this if you start building this out now so that you can begin using it in September and October. Remember, structure is sexy. A 25K month isn't magic. A 46K month isn't magic. A 10K month isn't magic. It's actually the result of systems you put into place now. This is exactly what I'll be teaching at REACH Raleigh, which is a 2-day in-person event that I will be hosting in September. And I would love, love, love for you to join because I desire for you to step into a space where you have a clear client journey that feels personal and potent and profitable, so much so that you have folks coming in all the time and re-signing. And there's this natural hum that feels really easeful that you don't have to feel like you're constantly pushing and hustling for more money to come into your bank account. So I highly suggest that you join me for REACH September 27th to 28th in Raleigh, North Carolina. All right. So there's 2 more things that I would do in the summertime. So the 5th is consider a brand evolution. So it might be time for you to have a little glow up evolution to your brand. So I ask you, does your visual brand match the quality of your work? Is your style aligned with the future you? And so you might decide, okay, this is the summer where I'm going to do a color analysis and start looking at my wardrobe and really honoring what my color season is and what my palette is. Or maybe you go to your local makeup artist and you learn a new technique for your makeup if that's your jam. Or you might do a little style upgrade and you're shifting what clothes you enjoy wearing. Or you might do a full on brand photo shoot where you get new photos with new background so that you feel radiant in this evolution as a badass transformational CEO that is making your 25, 46K months. And you are now really embodying that now. I really highly suggest you do this because clients and your community are always watching. And they know when something is changing and something epic is about to happen based on how you show up, what your graphics look like, what your photos are. And so show them that version of you that they're excited to say yes to because you are so aligned with this version of you. And so I would highly suggest a photo shoot. I personally will be having one in a couple of days, and I look forward to sharing with you what some of those photos look like. And also remember that if you are available September 27th and 28th, fly out to REACH Raleigh because we are going to do a photo shoot. And as part of the experience, you will get some beautiful photos for yourself as well. Okay, so the last thing is please, please, please go ahead and book yourself into going to a live event because momentum is key when it comes to your growth and making those larger numbers for this next half of the year. Honestly, nothing matches the shift that happens when you go to an in-person event. It is so good. So, what happens when you come to an in-person business event is all of a sudden you're going to notice that there's clarity. You're going to have all this content that you can't wait to share. You might find a really amazing new bestie or a handful of other people that resonate with you that you become friends with, or may actually become collaborators. You're going to find that you have more confidence. And that's what happens. All of this happens instantaneously when you are in a room filled with powerful women who are done hiding. So book in for Q3 an event and do so again for Q4 as well. Now, if you need a live event, an in-person event to go to, then I again am going to encourage you to come to the 2-day event in Raleigh. It's called REACH and it's September 27th to 28th. The link will be in the show notes. And during these 2 days, you are going to come out of it feeling like such an incredible spiritual entrepreneur that now has a system, has a strategy, knows exactly what you're going to do to gather those people in. And yes, like I said before, there's also going to be a photo shoot as well. Okay, so what if? What if this summer was the season you slowed down on purpose so you can speed up on your mission? And so pick one of these 6 things to do and prioritize it. Pour love into it. Watch it shift everything. And if you want the sacred container to hold you through it, again, join me at REACH Raleigh, September 27th to 28th. This way, you are going to embody that person who knows exactly what they should be doing in their business. They are getting all of these re-signups. They're the ones that are enjoying having money come in every single day. And so allow yourself to honor an experience where systems will meet style, where soul is going to meet strategy, and where you leave as a whole new version of you. Photos are going to prove it. So let me go ahead and invite you in and let me help you create some epic photos in the photo shoot as well. So the link is in the show notes. Let's make the second half of 2025 lush, magnetic, and also, yes, widely profitable. All right, until next time, I shall speak to you soon.